Good evening, loves. I want to catch you up to what I have been doing. I hope you've had a fantastic week. I have been on a new journey, and it has been a fabulous journey. I discovered that I could still go back to school. Yeah, it was my big test. I passed. I am still coachable. Um, well, when we first get out of school, we're doing good, right? But when you're far removed from school, one of the things that we really need to do is to keep investing in ourselves. We are the biggest investment that we have. It's not our house, it's not any material thing, it's ourselves and our families. And the first thing is ourselves, right? So that's what I did, and I did a course. I call it my life course. It's called the Landmark Forum, and it is all about self-development. It's many, many things. That's why I call it my life course. Many things are entailed in this Landmark Forum. It is enjoyable. It is insightful. For me personally, it's going within, and it's self-reflection, it's leadership, it's a lot of different things. Really is. It's a lot of different things balled into one. It was fabulous for me, and I got to reflect on some things that I'm comfortable with, and I got to reflect on some things not so comfortable with. So it's good. This is good because the thing about life is we need to sometimes be uncomfortable. We need to be uncomfortable to grow. In order for growth, we need sometimes to try on new things, to put on new shoes and walk. And it's just as simple as that. So I highly recommend the Landmark Forum. It was wonderful for me, a great experience. So great that I am already signed up for the advanced course, which I start in January. But I got to meet a lot of fabulous folks, new friends, and it was just a really awesome experience. So that's where I've been for the last 5 days, folks. Oh, it's fantastic. We are our biggest investment, and what I will say to you is that this is absolutely priceless. We're priceless. There's no price tag on what we do for ourselves in here, in here. There's no price tag for that. It's all about making room for growth. It's healthy, it feels good, and it's about getting to the next step in your life. There's always a next step. We're always growing. Every day there's something new going on. We're growing, we're learning. That learning experience never ever stops. And you know what? We never stop learning about ourselves. With each age that comes at us, we grow and we change a little bit. And it's really important to know what makes you happy, to know what our challenges are, and to know what you want. It's the basics of life. And I like to say that these things are so embedded in our hearts and souls. And when we keep them close to the surface, we won't have to dig down so deep to find what our biggest life satisfactions are if we keep them close to the surface. So that is the reason why, one of the reasons why I did the Landmark Forum, among some other things with business and personal, all meshed together. My life as a parent and all that great stuff. So feeling good, and I'm off to the races now. Yes, I'm back with you. I did have my Monday meetup meeting. I did do that. Monday evening was a day off, and as a matter of fact, I graduated on Tuesday evening. But Monday evening, I had a fabulous meetup group, and what was interesting is I had people from different areas of relationships. From one person who has never been married and back in the day and in the dating world, and trying to feel comfortable in the dating world, trying to loosen up. It's very intimidating. Just the word dating kind of puts butterflies in our stomachs. Just it's a word that sometimes it makes us, ooh, we get really nervous about who we're going to meet. And my advice to that person was, when we talk about our passions, you're making conversation, we talk about something that we love to do, hobbies or whatever, your what you do for a living. If it's something that you love, do you realize that how we get lost in conversation when we're talking about something that we love? You lose track of time, you lose the butterflies, and your body language becomes unrestricted. So if your arms are folded, your arms are flailing, you're feeling it. And it feels good. And it's real engagement. And the person across from us is getting engaged. And more than anything, they're finding out what drives us. So, that's exciting. It warms you up. Okay? So you're not sitting there, full of a bunch of butterflies going on. I met another person, and they're widowed and ready to get back out there with a parent to a teenager. So there's some things going on there, talking to your teenager about, you want to get out and meet people, and not necessarily, tell them about you want to date, but, you want to tell them that you want to go out and meet some new friends, and, keep them in the loop. I also shared that it's really important as a parent that we not ask our children for permission to go date. That's very important. Keep them in the loop. Explain to them that you just want to go out and meet some new friends, but don't ask your children for permission. Okay, there is a boundary there. You want to keep them in the loop, though. And what I said to this person was, if you haven't been out in a while, sometimes going back out in the action feels very odd. Start going out with people you know. Get that social calendar rolling, whether it be, relatives, your friends, some associates from work. Start setting up some dates, recreational dates, with people that you know. This will warm you up for the dating process, So start that way, so that when you get online, or however you plan to meet your potential dating prospects, you're not so green at the gills that it's nerve-wracking. You've been out, your little social calendar going on, you're warmed up, completely warmed up. I had another person who has been in several relationships and married for almost 20 years. This particular person just doesn't seem to be meeting the one, and the relationship seemed to be a tad rushed. And what I said here was, it is so important to give the relationships, and he's serious. He doesn't want to date a whole bunch of people. He's looking for the next Miss Right. Okay, so he's dating for serious relationship. So if you're dating for serious relationship, you got to give this time to give the relationship time to process and to build and to lay that foundation. And the best way to do it is with friendship. Friendship lays the foundation of so many things. Trust, true love, must have a floor. And it's a process. It's not overnight. If you want something substantial in a relationship, this is just a process of time that goes by. You fall in love, you fall in deep love, and this way you know it's not an infatuation. It is love. And if that's what you're looking for, this is the way to do it. If the relationship is rushed, if you do things too fast, and your head is spinning and things are moving too quickly, you miss a lot of this process of the laying the groundwork. With each piece of floor that we lay down, we learn about things. Not only your partner, there's so much to learn about your partner in a new relationship, but this person allows you to learn something about yourself, because it's the experience. So we're having an experience with somebody that we haven't been with. So guess what that's going to do? It's going to pull things out that maybe you haven't seen before. Or maybe you haven't seen for a long time and you don't recognize it. You got to get reacquainted with it. Well, this is a process, you see. And when you rush a relationship, that whole process is completely missed. So when relationships are patched together so quickly and the groundwork, foundation's spot